Hello, my beautiful soul sister. I have something really, really, really important and really exciting to share with you. I'm hosting my first Visionary Leaders VIP weekend retreat, and I'm really pumped for this because my soul has been pulling me to do more and more live in-person deep dive sacred circle retreats, and that's what I'm doing. I've done retreats in the past, but this is a little bit different. I'm calling in a small group of high vibe women who've already been doing the work, who've already been on purpose, who've already been making an impact, and who have a desire to expand, evolve, and grow in more ways than they ever have before. This work is sacred, it's transformative, it's about deep soul connection, and it's something that I'm not going to give every detail about right here because I really want to speak to those who are feeling called to an experience like this. We're going to be spending 2 nights and 3 days together in Austin, Texas, doing very, very deep work, but it's going to be also a lot of fun. And so this isn't your typical event. It's not a workshop. It's nothing probably like you've ever been to before. It's more like a high vibe mastermind / slumber party with epic women who are doing big, big things in the world. I've done a small group like this recently, a private group a few months ago, and it was just mind-blowing and it was beautiful and it was so powerful. And it's just like, my soul is like, Steph, you have to do more of this. You've got to do this. And so that's what I'm doing. I'm honoring that call and I'm being very intentional about who I'm calling into this experience. So if you are a woman who is already making an impact, you've been doing the deep work for a long time, you want to continue to expand and connect to your soul and your soul's purpose in an even deeper way, and really just step into a new level of who you are being in the world and how you are showing up, then this might be for you. It's going to help you step into your next level of purpose. It's going to help you strengthen your spiritual gifts. And you're going to have real, raw, sacred sisterhood connection with powerhouse women who are also on a mission to raise the vibration of the planet. So I'm calling in the leaders, the change makers, the women who value and understand the importance and power of expansive work like this. And if that's you, you need to email me today, girlfriend, because this group is very small. I'm keeping it to under 10 people. And I'm really, really, really excited to share this with you. So email me as soon as possible at info@spiritualbossbabe.com if this speaks to you, and I'll share some more details and we can connect. So email me again, info@spiritualbossbabe.com. This is going to be happening in just a couple months. So you want to get on that if your soul is pulling you to this. I can't wait to share more with you, and I hope you enjoy today's episode. Welcome to the Spiritual Boss Babe podcast. If you're a woman who is ready to step into your power and manifest a life and business that sets your soul on fire, then you are in the right place. I'm your host, Stephanie Bellinger, and I'm a mindset and success coach for spiritual entrepreneurs. I am obsessed with helping my fellow soul sisters shine their light and live out their purpose so they can experience more magic in everyday life. We all have a special purpose here, and we're meant to share our message and gifts with the world. You deserve to be fully supported emotionally, spiritually, and financially from doing your soul's work. Together, we can make a massive impact in the world, and it's time. So let's do this. Hello, my beautiful soul sister. So in today's episode, I want to talk about the importance of giving yourself permission to make a shift and what can happen when you are reaching an up level. And you hear a lot of people talking about this, the whole up level pains and, I hit an upper limit, or every time I am about to reach my goal, this happens. And so I want to share some of my story with you, share some of what's been going on with me with you, and help you really just give yourself freaking permission to make a massive shift in your life, in your business, in your income, and everything. So for me, and I know for many people that I know in my inner circle and also clients, a lot of people have been going through some really big shifts over the last few months. This summer has been nuts. The energy is crazy. And, a lot of things have been coming up for people, including myself. I've been going through a lot of ups and downs over the last few months in my life, and really reaching this point of wanting to do things in a different way, live my life in a different way, have new experiences, and take my business and my impact to a whole nother level and start to teach and talk about deeper things like I've been talking about, but really go even deeper. And so, what I realize is that there are so many lessons in all of our experiences. And the faster that we learn these lessons, the faster we can make a shift. And the only thing that really stands in anyone's way of making these quantum shifts, these quantum leaps, is the stories that you're telling yourself and the stories that you're actually giving your power away to. And so a lot of times people base their future on past things. So for example, if something didn't work out for you in the past, you may project that into the future by giving fuel to your fear, right? So, oh, well, this happened in the past, so now I'm scared to do that because what if it happens again? And so what you're really doing in those situations is you're projecting your past into the future. But the real thing is this: all we ever have is now in this present moment. This is all we ever have. And so every moment is a new moment to create what you desire. The only thing that we need from the past are the lessons, because those lessons are gold and they help us grow into who we are becoming and change the trajectory to our future once we really have those lessons. So if you want to create more magic in your life, start from this moment and give yourself permission to make a shift. Give yourself permission to do something different than you've been doing. Change up your daily routine, right? You probably wake up in the morning, get out of bed on the same side of bed, go to the bathroom, do your thing, eat breakfast, blah, blah, blah. It's like the same robotic routine every single day because it's like your program, right? So if you want to change shit up real quickly, start to change your routine. Start to change how you go about your daily day, right? Something that I've been doing that I really, really love lately is before bed, and I really, really recommend this because it's a really great way to program yourself. Something that I've been doing is when I go to bed at night, I spend at least 5-10 minutes visualizing the vision that I'm connecting to, right? The desired manifestation, the desired reality that I'm now shifting into. I visualize that right before I go to bed, before I fall asleep. And the same thing in the morning. When I wake up in the morning, I spend 5 to 10 minutes before I get out of bed connecting to that movie in my mind, to that vision. And I, instead of getting up, looking at my phone, going about like the whole program, spend time actually setting intentions for what you want to feel that day and connecting to the vision that you are calling into your reality, rather the reality that you are shifting into. Because when it comes to making a shift and manifesting what you want, it's not even about like attracting things to you necessarily. It's not just about that. I mean, things become magnetic to you when you're in flow, but it's more of like shifting into a new reality, shifting into a new timeline, because there's multiple realities going on simultaneously, past, present, future. All we have is this now moment. So by making a shift, you're literally shifting into a new timeline reality. And we do that through our consciousness, through our awareness. But first, you need to be aware about what needs to shift, right? Are you doing things the same every single day? Are you giving your attention to the same exact thoughts every single day that are repeating the same exact cycles every single day? Because you have to remember this: you are not your thoughts. You are not your stories. You are not your beliefs. You are not your feelings. You are not your circumstances. You are literally the being, the spiritual being, the stream of consciousness through this physical body who's thinking the thoughts, who's doing the things, and who's feeling the things. So start to be more aware of what you're thinking about and how you're spending your time and what you're focusing your energy on. And give yourself that permission. Say, I'm giving myself permission to make this shift. I'm not going to fuel things that are not aligned with my future vision that I'm wanting to ground into this now reality. I'm doing something different for myself. I'm doing something that makes me feel abundant today. I'm doing something that makes me feel more joy today. What will give me more joy today? What will give me more joy right now? What will boost my confidence right now? I'll make a whole another episode on confidence because I could talk about that all day, but start to really be mindful of what's going on in your inner world, because your inner world creates your outer world. And oftentimes we forget this. Oftentimes we let our outer reality determine our inner world. I've done this myself. I know, this is like a human thing. Like if our outer reality doesn't match what we desire, it's easy to let that get to us. However, you got to take your power back and realize that you are not your circumstances. And since everything is created from the inside out, your inner world is your number one priority. Your vibration is your number one priority. When you have peace on the inside, when you have joy on the inside, when you have love, abundance, happiness on the inside, you best believe your outer reality is going to reflect that. Your outer reality reflects your inner world. It's not the other way around. We must work on our inner world first. And that's why it's so important to meditate, to do the things that bring you joy each day, to speak nicely to yourself, and to be more aware of what is not in alignment with what you're creating. If it's not in alignment with what you're creating, you're going to create mixed results, right, in your reality. And half the time, the things that are going on in your head or whatever, those disempowering stories, they're not you. They're not your truth. Like 99.9% of the time, that's not even you. That's not your truth, because your truth, you are limitless. You are a limitless creator who literally has the power to create your own reality from your energy, vibration, and thoughts. Like you are the creator. And part of the spiritual journey and the awakening journey is really just expanding your consciousness to remember who you are and to remember your power to create the life that you desire to live in all ways. And part of that remembering is taking your power back and saying, hey, wait a minute, I'm not my thoughts. I'm not my circumstances. I'm this being. I am this divine being of love and light. And I've been through things and I've been through challenges, and, I love every part of myself, and I'm accepting all of that. And I'm creating from this now moment. I'm creating a future that I desire, and it's not based on my past. The only thing you need from your past are your lessons. So give yourself permission to make a massive shift. You got to take radical responsibility and be radically honest with yourself when you do this. And this is part healing, part expansion. I always say this, and you'll hear me say this probably many, many times. You can be a masterpiece and a work in progress simultaneously. And you can also make some serious, massive shifts right the F now if you decide to. And if you decide to take that responsibility, like, hey, I don't have the, results I want in my reality. Well, what's going on the inside? What am I giving my focus to that, is not serving me? What do I need to process or heal that's kind of like lingering in the background that's holding me back? What do I need to do differently? How can I connect to that future me in the now? Because everything's happening simultaneously in the quantum realm, in the quantum field. And this is really magical and powerful because you can manifest what you want so much faster and easier when you do that, when you literally say, hey, wait a minute, no, I'm connecting to that future vision, grounding that into the now. I'm not operating from the past shit anymore. And when you have the tools that support you, when you have the, support in general from, friends, from mentors, from whatever, then it's so much faster, because this is all really like reprogramming at the subconscious level and shifting your energy. That's how you get the results radically faster than, if you were just going to say affirmations till you're blue in the face. You know what I mean? There's a practice. It's a holistic approach. And so that is all I have for you today. I hope this was super helpful to you. Gave you some really powerful reminders for you to think about, but give yourself permission and start really speaking empowering things to yourself on a daily basis, in the mirror, out loud, as often as you can, because it's time to go bigger. It's time to claim what you really desire. There's a really big shift happening on the planet now, and it's for more light workers, healers, coaches, everyone that's like here to raise the vibe of the planet. It's time to take your fucking power back and create your best life. Like live your best life right now by sharing your gifts, by loving, by really just being your true self. That's how we heal the world. That's how we change the world, by living our truth and living our best life. So that is all I have for you today. Hit me up on Instagram if you love this episode. If you're loving this podcast, I'm at The Spiritual Boss Babe, and I will see you in the next episode. Thank you so much for listening to today's episode. If you loved what you heard, please be sure to leave a review on iTunes and hit the subscribe button. If you want extra motivation to manifest a life and business that you're obsessed with, then find me on Instagram at The Spiritual Boss Babe or visit spiritualbossbabe.com. I love you and appreciate you so, so much, and I'll see you in the next episode. I hope you have a magical day.